Hi everybody, it's Mike Woods, the Property Expert Partnership, and welcome back to this refurbishment that I did my first video on just a couple of weeks ago when we got possession of the property. And if you remember from that first video, I walked you through what we were going to do before we touched anything. So here we are, just 3 weeks later. We have a very full skip from everything that's come out inside. So if I take you inside, you can have a look at what we've done, and I'll be happy to talk you through the bits and pieces. So we've had the electrician in, and he's done the majority of his first fix. You can see what he's done is he's taken the original board away, which is the old domino fuse board, and he's given us a temporary supply. So basically he's given us a cable from this position, and this is all his first fix coming down. He'll have most of it to his board, but some bits come down. He's going to have a 10 MCB board, and then down here we've got a temporary supply. So he's given us 4 power points there, so we can run power points off. So in here we have obviously taken away an old fireplace there. Now we've had a guy in here to do some alterations, and he's coming back tomorrow, and the job he's got on tomorrow is we're going to be knocking this wall out to make these 2 rooms into 1. So I've given him an indication here of where I want my cut to be, and he will disc cut that exactly in that location. And over here is the next marker, and he will cut there, and that will give me my opening. So I've got an RSJ, a rolled steel joist. I've got an engineer to size this joist because this work is relevant to building regulations. So in order to knock a wall down like this, which is load bearing, and a lot of people ask me about load bearing walls and how do you know if a wall is load bearing. I'm going to put another short video together for you to understand how you identify what is a load bearing wall and what have you got to do. So that'll be in another video. So if I take you through into this second lounge, sorry. So this is the wall that's going to come out. So you can see my electrician has dropped some first fix down here. When this wall is out, and I know some people talk about taking chimney breasts out, but personally, I would never incur the costs of doing that. Some people think it's going to gain you an extra bit of space. To be honest, what I would do, I block that alcove up, and I straighten the wall. So for me, to take that out, and to take the one above out, and the one in the loft, it's just not worth it to me, and I never even go there. Maybe in London, where the square meterage is important, then maybe, but in my neck of the woods down here, the money that would cost would not make a significant or any difference really to the value of this property. If you saw the first video, we had some damage up here. I'll take you upstairs in a minute, but basically we had some water ingress from the roof that came down into the ceiling in the first floor, and it's made its way down to here, and you can now see, if I can show you, that those rotten joists up there, those rotten joists are as a result of a small leak we had upstairs in the roof. So what we're going to have to do now is cut out 4 joists. We'll cut them back to the point where the rot has stopped, and then we will add new joists in alongside. It's called joist splicing. So adding in some extra joists. Now, some changes from the first video. This was basically a sort of third parlour room, as you might call it, or a third lounge. And beyond that, we had a doorway where that mark is on the floor, and that was the old kitchen. So as modern living is now, everybody wants more space and open living, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So we've cut an opening in this wall. We've installed 2 reinforced concrete lintels, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting this doorway out and putting a patio door there. So I'm going to be actually putting this as a kitchen, going through into dining straight onto the lounge, onto the garden, which I think is the way this should be. So if I take you upstairs, or I mean, while I'm in this room, I mentioned to you about the roof leak. Well, of course, that occurred above this wall, and that constant water has caused this wall to become soaked. So whereas this part of the wall you can see is light grey, this part is darker and this is still drying out. So you can still feel the moisture, and it'll take a good few weeks for this wall to dry out. So if I take you upstairs and show you what we've done up there. Just turn the camera around slightly so that you can see what's going on. So up the stairs, we're keeping the stairs. No reason why this stairs is not going to change. Floorboards are up. It's a bit of a mess. I don't really like this stage. It's messy. Everything's up and open. But, you know, at the end of the day, as people keep telling me, you have to break a few eggs to make an omelette. So that's one of the phrases one of my builder friends told me a good few years ago when I was stressing about the mess there is on a property. So we have 3 bedrooms in this main part of the house. So bedroom 1, which is quite large, 4 meters by 4 meters. This one's about 4 meters by 3 meters. And we have this small room here, which is about 2.5 by 1.8. So that's a box room, which we're going to keep, because I think that could be used as a study or as a single bed. Now, if I go into this bedroom, this was the area of damage that we had. We had a small pinhole in the lead valley, which is the point where the main roof from that building joins this roof. Small pinhole there that's been occurring for, well, I don't know, at least 2 years. The house has been empty 2 years. That's caused a lot of damage in there. But what we're here looking at is the fact that the bathroom was in the rear extension down there behind and beyond above the kitchen, which is quite traditional for somebody to do an extension. But what I always find is when people do a double-story extension, the size of the extension is determined by the size that they want the kitchen. And quite often they put the bathroom above. So that ends up with a really large bathroom. So I always try and see if I can change that into a bedroom and put the bathroom somewhere else, because that's a double bedroom back there, which I'll show you in a minute. So because I've moved that bathroom into this bedroom space here, which was the original 4th bedroom, and if I just take you here so you can sort of see the layout. So down below us here is that first sort of 3rd lounge. They've run a corridor along here to get you into that new extension, which is what we're going to be our new dining room, which is the old kitchen. So this partition was here just to form this corridor. So this room is sufficiently large enough for me to place a bathroom in here. And then I've already studied this out, so I'm going to put a partition across here. And this is then going to be an ensuite to that bedroom. So ideally, because at the end of the day, we've got a 4-bedroom house here with 1 big bathroom. Well, big as it may be, it's still not enough in terms of facilities. So to add an ensuite in here is a great opportunity for us to make this a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom affair. So my guys have been in, they've discut this wall here, and again put 2 reinforced steel concrete lintels straight in there. So straight 2 discuts. There's my mark. Now, I originally wanted this, I give them a guide of 900mm, which is 3 foot, or generally the size of a single door, just for me to work out where it is in the wall. And then when they came here, they've actually made it 850mm, which is quite accurate with a discut, and that will suit a 765 door or a 2'6" door, as we say in old money. So there's my opening into here, into this ensuite. I've now changed what was the doorway into this bedroom to here, which is going to be my new bathroom. And I'm going to have a shower bath there. I'm going to raise this sill here so we can put a basin and a vanity unit and a toilet in that space. Formerly, just downstairs outside, there was a toilet, a lean-to toilet, an outside toilet, which gives me the perfect opportunity to rearrange the soil and bring the soil pipes up here that I can connect all this sanitary ware into. And that then takes me into this bedroom, which we just said formerly was the bathroom. So there was a bath here. You might remember if you saw video 1, basin in the middle, toilet over there. Well, what I'm going to be doing is taking that soil pipe out. And if you remember from video 1, with this fantastic view here of the Welsh countryside, that is going to be the view, and we'll change this glass, so this will be a nice double bedroom with a lovely aspect onto the views there. So there we are. I hope you found that interesting. If there's any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm more than happy to help. The phase we're in now that we've done the first fix, is we are going to drop a couple of ceilings downstairs once we've knocked that opening through. We're then going to bring some new boarding. We're going to start dry lining the old walls. And if some of you are wondering why we've got this blue stuff going on here, this is called blue grit. It's a keying, and an ability to key this wall. It's gritty, it's a paint that goes off hard. This will give us a key when we skim these rooms, or this room. Why am I skimming this room? Well, we've got a bit of cracking here, which we could fill with caulking. We've got some marks on the wall. It's been painted. To paint this, to make it look really good, would be a job. So for the sake of it, and I'm paying my plasterer £300 a room, that's the agreed thing. So to skim this whole room, we're going to replace this ceiling with a flat board and then skim. So he's going to charge me £300 to prepare this room. So at the end of the day, this room and all the others are going to be like a brand new house. So, and if you're wondering about this, by the way, there's always something to talk about. This was the old vented hot water system. So there was a back boiler downstairs feeding this tank. They took the back boiler away and replaced the heating element, which is a water heater, only with that boiler. So we're going to take all this out, because basically when there was a cupboard here and there was 2 tanks up here, this was all that was giving us pressure, which we call head of water. And we would never have run the showers, the 2 showers we have in the house, or we're going to have, from there. So we're going to put a new combi boiler in that location. All this is going to go, and I'm just going to put a cupboard back here as a sort of wardrobe, fitted wardrobe, and it's going to have the boiler in the cupboard there as well. So again, hope you found that interesting. By all means, leave some comments. I'll also try and upload this to YouTube, but keep subscribed, keep listening. Look for the updates. So this is video 2. The other one was an introduction when I just bought the property just 3 weeks ago. And any more information, please don't hesitate to ask. So all the very best. Keep safe. Mike Woods, a property expert.